wishing away everybody I love. I don't know what to do. Need a sign from above. I just want to be somebody who knows how to behave, but I'm not even go. Won't you save, 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 save me? Won't you save, 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 save me? I am out here alone, 'cause there's nobody left. I need someone to talk to, get this pain on my chest. All the bad things I've done and the people I've hurt, wanna take that part of me.
Good morning, guys. Thought I would film today to share a few tips and just inspiration, I guess, about motivation and being productive and just getting your shit together kind of thing. So one of my most asked questions is, how are you always so motivated? How do you train every day, eat healthy every day, study every day? Like, how do you stay consistent and like do those things that, make you successful or whatever? I don't want to say there's a meaning to success because it's completely different for everyone, but just the kind of things that most people want to be doing and the things that people procrastinate or they just like aren't bothered to do, or the things that they want to do or they need to do to achieve what they want, and that might be getting good grades or being healthier or being fitter or anything like that. So today I wanted to dedicate this video to that topic, basically, like finding motivation, how to be productive and like kind of, I don't want to say grind, but how to do those things rather than commenting on like study YouTube videos. I just procrastinated by watching someone else study. Like, how do you do that? So the biggest thing I reply to people when they say, how are you always so motivated, is I'm not. Two really important things are having discipline and having routine. So I've actually made a video talking about this ages ago. It was really bad, but this one is gonna be better. Okay, so discipline, you have to be disciplined. Like, you're not gonna be motivated every day. Some days you just have to be disciplined. You just have to be like, cop it and do it anyways. And then making routines is the other really important thing. So most of these things, when people ask me like, how do you do that every day? I'm like, oh, I don't like think of it as like, oh, I have to do this every day. It's just in my routine. It's just like you get up and do it. Basically, when you have a routine, it's not like you have to work yourself up to doing it. You don't have to convince yourself to study or to force yourself to work out. It's just part of your routine. You don't even have a second thought about it. You just do it. So being disciplined and having routine are both very important. But of course, it's great to have motivation, and sometimes you do have to have motivation. You can't just forever be forcing yourself to do things that you don't want to do. You need to have some passion behind it and purpose behind it, and be like, yes, I want this, like feel excited about going after getting something. So throughout this video, I'm going to talk about some like tips to find motivation, tips to be more productive and to set routines, just like little things that you can do to slowly implement routines so you can start doing these things more in your life. When I say these things, I mean like, studying, working every day, eating healthy, the things that a lot of people want to do but aren't motivated to do. is
So one really big tip I have is having a to-do list. So I have this exercise book where I'll write a to-do list every day. So each page is a different day, and I'll just write down everything that I need to get done for that day. And it's so satisfying to be able to cross that off at the end of the day. But having a to-do list helps you break everything down into manageable tasks, and it helps you stop procrastinating. And it really helps when you're overwhelmed to just have a list of what you need to get done. And for me, this is so important, especially when it comes to studying. So when you're studying for something like HSC or uni or anything that's just overwhelming, the amount of content and work, you need to have lists that just break it up into manageable tasks and have everything that you need to get done on it, so that you don't miss anything, and so you're organized and you're getting it done in time for the exam, and so each day is planned out. So here, if you're wondering what I'm studying, I'm drawing the inner structure of the ear. This is for neuroscience, so it's a really ugly diagram, but drawing stuff out is so important to help learn and really properly get all the content. So I will be going a lot more into specific study tips in my study vlog that's hopefully going to be posted next. But now I want to talk a bit about finding motivation to study, something I get asked so much. And to be honest, I am just very disciplined when it comes to studying. And honestly, I just stress out so much if I'm not studying all the time, because the amount of work I have is just overwhelming. But the main reason I started trying really hard and putting a lot of effort into my studying, like in school and in the HSC, is because basically I wanted to do well. So I didn't have like a specific ATAR I was aiming for, or a particular mark I had to reach for any specific course, because I had no idea what I wanted to do after. But I honestly just wanted to do the best that I could and see what I was capable of doing. When I do something, I put in every ounce of effort I have, so I always just aim to get the best marks that I can and put in as much effort as I can. But for some people, this is not enough motivation when it comes to studying, so I will get more into study motivators later in the video.
This is another thing I get asked a lot, and that is, how do you train or how do you work out like every day? So this one isn't something that I've just gone 0 to 100 real quick. It's taken like years of training to slowly build up to just being consistently training all the time and like each day. For the most part, I was always an active kid, so it wasn't like I was ever a sedentary person. Like, I always have played sport and loved sport growing up. I know a lot of teenagers, if you don't have a sport or like a passion like that, can go through like a very kind of sedentary phase where you go home from school and sit down like on your computer, like watching videos and stuff like that. So working out each day is something you can slowly start to build up. It doesn't have to be every day, and especially to start with, you just got to start from somewhere. So for me, I started training a few days a week with my coach when I was in year 10, so I was like 15. Before then, when I was a younger teenager, I used to just go for runs most days. It's like I didn't have a coach or anything, I just kind of went and ran, and I loved running, and that was like my way of like working out. It wasn't like really like formal training or anything like that, but it was just a form of exercise that I loved doing and I really enjoyed. So the most important thing is just finding something that you love and that you enjoy. So I started a few days a week with my coach when I was like 15, and then over the years, as I started to like get better, like make nationals, make national finals, my training volume slowly crept up, because you can't just suddenly like go from not really training to doing like full-time training. It takes time and years to adapt to a load and to build. Over the years, we had more sessions added to our program, like the senior athletes. When I say the senior athletes, there's a group of us from like 16 to 20 who were like the senior athletes in our squad. So like over the years, the days we trained increased. I got weights introduced, and we started doing some cross training in there, like adding some pool and bike sessions here and there. So all of that has taken like time to slowly increase and get used to. I didn't suddenly just one day say, I'm gonna like, you know, run 5 days a week, go to the gym 4 days a week and do all of this. Like, it's been slow, and it's been with my coach. Like, she like writes my programs, so it's not like I have to be motivated to do it, I just do it. Obviously there are a lot of athletes who like CBF don't stick to programs, aren't bothered, but that's when routine and discipline comes in. Like, you just have to have discipline and do it even on the days that you're not bothered, because obviously not every day you're like, yeah, let's go get him, I'm so energetic, I'm so pumped. Some days you just don't feel like it. That's when you just have to go and do it anyway. I've never actually had the thought in my head of, should I just not go, like, because it's part of my routine and everyday life. It's like just going to school. You don't think like, maybe I just won't go today. Like, you just have to go. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by routine. Like, you don't second guess it. It's just what you do. Exercise should be enjoyable. It shouldn't be a chore. It shouldn't be like a thing you're forcing yourself to do. You do need to find motivation sometimes, and to get into a routine, you should do it out of purpose and like passion. So my biggest advice is to just find a sport or an activity or just a way of moving your body that you love. It doesn't have to be running. It doesn't have to be a formal sport. It could be weightlifting. It could be going for long walks. It could be hiking. It could be beach swims. Like, there is endless. It could be HIIT workouts. There's just so many things that you could do. If you struggle with motivation, there are so many little things you can do to help with motivation. That can be like working towards something is a huge thing. So you could join a sport and you're training towards an event like nationals, or you're training towards running a certain time or running a qualifier. I mean, it could be a team sport and you're training for a grand final or to make a rep team or something like that. It could just be for fun. You could just want to run to feel good, to want to run a certain distance for yourself, or start weightlifting to lift a certain weight, or just to get stronger in general. There are so many things. So making goals for yourself is such a good tip to be motivated, because then you're working towards something, and that's something you can always remind yourself. Like, whenever you don't feel like it, just remind yourself why you're doing this and how good it will feel, like how good the end result will feel when you achieve what you've been wanting to achieve. So another thing that can really help with motivation is having a training diary, somewhere where you can write like your weekly goals or just what you do for each session. I have a training diary. I've kept a training diary for about 4 years now, and our coach gets us to write our times and like how we felt during the sessions, and it's a nice way to see our progress throughout each season and like where we're at. So you could just keep a training diary where you write down workout ideas, like make up your own workouts that you want to try out. Even just writing like you want to work out 3 days a week. You might just want to go for a run one day, do a workout, and do like an at-home workout another day. Just little things that, you know, make you want to do it because you've written it down. You don't want it just to be like written down and not done. Just little things that kind of motivate you. Another really big thing is music. Having good music that like inspires you. I'm just going to list a few songs that are like, I know they're like really 12-y, but I love them and they're kind of like a vibe when you're training. Hall of Fame, obviously. Never Say Never. Anything from Greatest Showman. Like every Katy Perry song. So many like just G-up songs, and songs that just get you in such a like hyped mood, and you're just like, yeah, I want to get like, I just want to feel those endorphins from running or from training hard or pushing myself. reminding yourself why you do this, why you started, and how good you feel once you've done it is another big motivator. Everyone knows the feeling when you've done a really hard training session or workout and you just feel so accomplished and proud of yourself after. Another really good tip is visualizing and making vision boards, having motivational quotes. Just visualize yourself doing what you want to achieve, whether that be like crossing the finish line in a good time, or even just like visualize yourself how good you're going to feel after you've worked out and you're getting fitter and stronger, and or even just during the workout. Visualize yourself doing it on the way home from school, so then you get home, get into your workout clothes, and then you do it. Another big tip is just don't think, just do. So if you're training in the morning or when you get home from school or whenever, don't think about doing it, just do it. Like, just get up, get changed, get into your workout stuff, get out the door, and then you're already halfway there. So don't think, just do. At the end of the day, anything that requires hard work and effort, whether that be training, getting off your phone and getting to sleep early, studying, anything like that, it's all mental. It is all mental. It's all in your attitude. So being motivated, having discipline, doing all of that stuff is all about your mindset. Obviously, you can't just change your mindset like that. It takes time. So you implement little things and slowly you develop routines until your mindset's just a lot healthier and stronger, I guess, and less prone to, oh, I'll start tomorrow. You know, if you want to study at 5 and then it's 5:05 and you're like, oh well, I missed 5. It's all about your mindset. You know, believe in yourself and you're halfway there, they say. So tap into that mental side of you, because humans can do so much more than we think we can. We can endure so much, and we are so much more capable physically and mentally of enduring more than we think we can. So that's my little spiel about motivation and how I train every day. Honestly, for me, it's what I love. It's like my passion, and I have such a great team. Like, even though I do an individual sport, I have an amazing coach and squad. Like, my training squad are my best friends. We're like family now. So that's another great thing, finding a sport where your team becomes your family. It's part of your life now. So that's just part of my life. It's not like something I need to do each day. It's a big part of my day and a part of my life. So that's why it's normal for me to train every day. You know, I have my program from my coach, and like, I don't just not do it. But if that's something you want to do and you want to start getting into fitness more or training more, then I hope you find some of these tips helpful. And if you start implementing them, sometimes you'll have to use discipline, but you will start making it a routine and it will become normal for you. And then people will be asking you how you train every day, and you'll be like, wait, what do you mean? Like, I didn't even think about that. I just love it. I just did it. It's just part of my life. Like, what? Anyway, I'm gonna go back to studying now and gonna have a lunch break soon, and I will check in with you guys soon.
So it's back to studying. Honestly, I spend way too much time studying. Most of my day is spent studying at the moment because I do have exams coming up, but I wanted to talk about how to find motivation to study and discipline to study for those who particularly struggle with it. For some people, motivation to do the best that they can is obviously not enough. Otherwise, everyone would be getting amazing marks, because I just think everyone can achieve very high marks if they put in the effort. But that is where people struggle. So my biggest tips are to remind yourself of what you want to achieve. So remember why you're doing it. And it's really important to develop good habits and study routines to stay on top of things and basically make it normal for you. Another tip I have is making it more enjoyable. So study things that you enjoy, you know, choose courses and subjects and content that are relevant to you and that you actually like. Like, outside of the stress of studying, you have to pick topics that interest you, and then make your studying somewhat calming. Set up a nice space and make the actual notes you make enjoyable. So draw diagrams, color them in, take your time with it. You know, people draw and color in for fun, so you can draw and color in for fun. It just needs to be of, like, I don't know, brain stems or whatever it is that you might be studying, and just engage with the content. So obviously, if you pick something relevant to you, it'll be more interesting and meaningful.
I just tried on these shorts from Gymshark that I ordered, and I am so shook. This is not the material I was expecting. It's like swimming cozy material. Like, it feels, you know that material? It feels so good. And like, they're high-waisted, which is like a big yes. And they're just like short shorts, and I'm just like obsessed right now with Gymshark. So impressed by these shorts. Can Gymshark like sponsor me? So I thought for lunch today I would make some falafels using this hemp falafel mix that I was sent from Mall Life. Basically, they sent me these 2 products, so I thought, why not use them today? So this hemp falafel mix is like a powder, and you mix it with water and it soaks it up. So it's all soaked up now, and now you just fry it in a pan or bake it. How beautiful is that avocado? I always feel like it's like such good luck cracking open a perfect avocado.
When you get that feeling, they can be deceiving. Tell it like it is, 'cause I need to know.
I like to kind of have a lunch break, so when I have my lunch, I'll just do something that's like a break from study. I'm gonna taste test one of these. I've had them before, but I haven't had it in so long and I forget what it tastes like. It's really good. It's not like proper like falafel, but it's yummy. I mean, I think I just need some hummus, to be honest.
Go, 'cause you should've known better. You should've known better.
So something I get asked a lot is, how do you stay motivated to eat healthy every day, or just how do you like never eat junk food? How do you always eat healthy? Okay, so first thing, the fact that I eat healthy isn't out of a disordered or restrictive place. I have talked about having an eating disorder, obviously, if you've been following my channel. However, I've been eating like a healthy diet for years, basically since I started doing athletics. Very lucky because my family eat quite healthy, so I've grown up living quite a healthy lifestyle in that sense. But obviously I still had junk food and stuff like that every now and then. But kind of from around the time I started doing athletics, I was just doing all the little 1%er things, which include having a nutritious, healthy diet and not having, you know, junk foods or foods that aren't actually that good for you. I understand that for some people it's like good for the soul, so I think, you know, every now and then you can have a treat if you want to. But I want to talk about how I eat healthy every day and don't do that, because that's something I've been asked a lot. And when people say, how are you motivated to eat healthy? Again, it's not motivation, it's literally just like my lifestyle, it's my routine. I've done it for years, so it's just normal to me. But on top of that, I enjoy everything I eat. Like, healthy food is delicious. I don't feel like I need to have junk foods because I'm not restricted from eating foods that I love. Like, everything I eat is delicious. Like, I don't eat something if I don't like the taste of it. And when you've been eating healthy foods for so long and you haven't had junk foods, which have those, you know, highly processed sugars and added sweeteners and stuff like that, your taste buds adapt. Healthy foods taste so much better and stronger and flavoursome to me because I only eat healthy foods, and that happens to everyone after a while of eating healthy foods. And again, just like with training or anything like that, it's like implementing little steps to start doing the things that you want to do. So if you don't eat a very healthy diet, you know, you don't have to suddenly completely flip your diet overnight, because that doesn't really work. That's not building, you know, maintainable healthy habits for life. Just slowly implement new things and slowly make changes, and over time it'll become normal for you, and that'll just be like normal. It won't be like it's motivation to go and eat healthy. But the biggest tip is just eat foods that you enjoy and you love, that are healthy. Like, find new delicious foods and recipes. There are so many things. Like, my favorite food are like my oats, and there's so many like healthy swaps you can make that taste better. You can make your own healthy banana bread, healthy brownies, you know, like stir fries with heaps of veggies, brown rice. You can make banana oat pancakes, you can make banana ice cream, you can make smoothies. Like, there's so many delicious things you can do. Like, you can make delicious like veggie curries, soups. It's like endless. Like, every type of junk food that there is always a healthy version of that, and personally I think they taste better. So it's just about finding healthy foods that you love and you enjoy, and you know, eating those things are so much better for you because it's not inflammatory to the body, it's nourishing, it's fueling your body and your cells. When people ask me how do I stay motivated to eat healthy, like, it's just normal. Like, I love the foods that I eat. It's not a chore or anything like that. It's enjoyable to eat healthy foods because it fuels your body, it gives you energy, and it's yummy as well. So bliss balls and medjool dates with peanut butter, so anyway, that's basically my tip to how do you eat healthy. Eat foods that taste good, that you love, that are whole foods and that are healthy. So for some people who have very unhealthy diets, like if you live off junk food, a lot of healthy foods probably won't taste that good to you at first, but your taste buds will adapt and your body will kind of get used to not being exposed to those artificial sweeteners that hit that sweet spot. A lot of these things that I'm talking about in this video, like training, studying, eating healthy, like, you know, you can find motivation to do them through like thinking of the end goal, reminding yourself what you want out of that, reminding yourself how good you'll feel when you achieve it, being proud of yourself, all those little things are great to have, like motivation's important, but at the end of the day, most of it is just about making small changes and being disciplined to stick to them, and then just getting used to them and making them part of your just everyday routine. So it's just a normal part of your life. Anyway, I have a bunch of chores to do and studying, so I'm gonna go back to being productive so I can get through my to-do list today. It's 4:30, so I've just been studying for a while now, and I just want to like get away from all of that for a bit. So I'm just going to go for a little walk around the hood and then come back and have a snack and get ready for my online Zoom class tonight. Also, I got new shoes and they feel amazing and they looked so fresh, and they're literally about a week old and already have track stains on them. Look at that red track stain. So sad. It's an Arvo vibe. Okay, we're losing light really fast. It's that time of year when when the sun starts setting, it takes like 3 seconds and then it's pitch black. Since all the lockdown laws because of COVID, our coach has been doing online Zoom classes each night. Basically like HIIT work, like body weight circuits, strength work, HIIT circuits. So I'll jump on and do 2 to 3 of those a week. So before tonight's class, I'm gonna have Googie's protein bar because I love these. And I'm having the Choc Sea Salt one. If you guys like these bars, you have to try this. I usually save these bars for when I'm out, not when I'm at home. Because of the lockdowns, because of Corona, that's my excuse to have these at home. And when I do have them at home, I microwave them for like 20 to 30 seconds. And this microwaved is like a chocolate brownie, like a healthy chocolate brownie. It's like warm and it's so good. Like please try it and like comment below if you've tried that and like agree with me because it's amazing. Oh, it's already, yeah, you can't even tell it's gooey from this, but it's like soft. It's like a soft, warm brownie. Oh my gosh. And these have 12 grams of protein per bar. This is what I mean by it's easy to eat healthy when you just eat foods you love. Like this tastes like a freaking brownie. I'm just gonna have my protein brownie thingo while I do some more work. Mother and I are going for a walk. I look like a potato. Just a potato head. We just finished our Zoom HIIT. I look really weird. I look a little worse for wear because we just did like 30 minutes of HIIT, but it was really fun. There was a lot of new exercises today, and I'm just gonna stretch for a bit. And even though it's like completely pitch black outside, like I'm literally outside right now, I think I'm just gonna go for a walk around the block, like a cool down walk, because I'm like really warm right now. And then I'm just gonna go have a shower, have dinner, study again, and do it all again tomorrow. Anyway, I feel like now's a good time to end this vlog because I honestly think I've shot like 6 hours of footage today and I don't know what I'm gonna do about that because it's gonna take me like 6 years to edit. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to shut up now. I have like a problem with talking and like videoing every little thing. This is such a weird outro. I'm literally like lying on the floor. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Like I hope it was, I don't know, motivating, I guess. I hope it was motivating and helpful. Like I hope you can implement some of these little tips and let me know if you found it useful and if you enjoyed the video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would really mean a lot, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.